In this video, I'm going to teach you how to simplify your finances with 5 minimalist money habits. We tend to overcomplicate our finances with multiple bank accounts or scary sounding terminology. It can make it really easy for finance and money to feel complicated. But approaching money with a minimalist mindset can help you clean out the mental clutter and emotional anxiety around money. So today I'm going to share 5 minimalist money habits that can help you take the stress and complication out of finances and help you approach your money with intention. It can also help you make better buying decisions along the way. I'm Britt, a Harvard Business School grad, money coach, and co-founder of Dow Janes. We have taught hundreds of women how to take the complication out of finances so they can make smarter money decisions and build a bright financial future. If you want more free education on how to save, invest, and make the most of your money, hit the subscribe button and the bell to get a notification when we upload a new video. So what is minimalism? A lot of people tend to think of minimalism as an aesthetic with white walls and Scandi-inspired furniture, or as an extreme way of living, owning less than 100 items or living in a home that's smaller than 400 square feet. But minimalism is a lifestyle centered on intentionality. It isn't that minimalists don't believe in owning things, it's that they believe in only owning things that add value to their lives. A minimalist perspective helps you make purpose-driven decisions. Plus, by eliminating excess and clutter in your life, it cleans out stressors that come from investing energy and money into things that don't really matter or improve your life. So let's talk about these 5 minimalist money habits. The first is to spend with intention. If you've been working from home for the past year, or if you work from home regularly, have you ever found yourself mindlessly walking over to the pantry, picking out a bag of chips, and snacking on them while you work? And maybe an hour later, you go back for seconds and then thirds. It's not just me, right? When I tend to graze instead of properly sitting down for meals, first of all, I never feel full and satisfied. And second, even though it feels good in the moment, and it's fine once in a while, when it becomes a habit, when I do this every day, it carries long-term consequences, like excess weight, which builds stress and requires more work to manage. And why is this important? Spending money unintentionally causes the same problem. Expenses just keep adding up, and you end up wasting money on things you don't like, you won't use, and that only bring short-term satisfaction. They end up becoming more things to manage and worry about. So what can you do about this? 1, you can prepare before you shop. Before you go to the store, make a list of the things you need to buy. 2, don't make impulse purchases. If you spot something while you're shopping, ask yourself, is this a necessity or a want? If it's a want, then leave it and take some time to think it over. Ask yourself, why am I buying this? How often will I use it? How will it improve my life? There's nothing wrong with buying things you like and will use. Just make sure it isn't going to collect dust in the back of some closet. And 3, focus on quality over quantity. Instead of spending money on cheap products or plastic products, wait until you can buy a higher quality item that will last longer. Or focus on saving for experiences over objects. Maybe instead of stocking up on the latest spring home decor collection, save up for an amazing vacation like cycling in Europe or getting pampered in Hawaii. Whatever your dream is. The second minimalist habit is to live within your means. Imagine you just walked in the door after a long walk on a hot day. You step into your house and the air conditioning hits your face, but your throat is dry. So you go into the kitchen and pour yourself a cup of water. As you're pouring, you realize water is leaking out the bottom. What would you do? You would throw that away and get a new cup, right? Because a cup that can't retain water is not serving you. It's not helping you quench your thirst at all. And the same thing happens when you're spending more than you make. When money is leaving faster than it's coming in. It's self-sabotage and will hurt you when you're trying to meet your basic needs. So spending more than you're making leads to debt, anxiety, and discontent. And part of you know that it's unsustainable and isn't going to last. So it really causes stress. Alternatively, when you choose to live within your means and you don't spend more than you make, you can relax, knowing that you're making enough to afford your lifestyle without getting into debt. So what can you do to start living within your means? You can download an app to track your spending. Before you even make your adjustments, you need to know where your money is actually going. And there are tons of apps you can use to download, and after you've linked your credit or debit card, they track your spending and help you stay within a designated budget. We did a review of some of our favorite finance apps, which you can find in a link to in the description below. One good option is called Empower. This app gives you a monthly analysis of your spending habits and even sends you alerts when you're about to go over your self-designated budget. It's like having a little angel on your shoulder telling you the right thing to do with your finances. So once you've gathered data on your spending habits, look back at what you've bought in the past month and think about Is there anything that you can eliminate? Are there things that aren't adding value to their life? Or what can you reduce? For example, you probably can't eliminate buying groceries, but what can you cut back on to start living within your means? You can also use the 50-30-20 rule to keep your budget in check. In that approach, 50% of your income goes to your needs, 30% goes to wants, and 20% goes to savings. We have another video on that. You can check the link in the description below as well. The other thing you can try is going bare bones for a week or a month. What is bare bones? It means spending as little money as you can to get back to living within your means. It means no takeout, it means cooking the food in your pantry, canceling your subscriptions. Basically spending as little money as possible so that you can start saving money each month and living within your means. Don't worry, it's not forever, it's just to learn what you need to do to be able to save money. The third minimalist habit is to focus on the long term. Like I said, minimalism is all about clearing out clutter and focusing on what adds value. I don't know if you've ever watched Tidying Up with Marie Kondo. I love her. But her philosophy is essentially to get rid of anything that doesn't spark joy. A minimalist approach to finances is like KonMariing your life. You should be able to express why every way that you're spending money is serving you. And when you become more intentional about the things that you want in your life, you're forced to think more about what kind of life you want. What truly sparks joy for you. So why does this matter? A lot of our current actions are dictated by our long-term goals, and we don't want the future to happen to you. If you aren't thinking long-term about what you want your life or your financial future to look like, you're not gonna make a plan to get there, which means that you may not be able to buy a house as soon as you'd like or spend as much time with family or donate to causes that you care about. We want you to do everything that you want to do. So how can you get there? And one way is to think about your personal goals and how money can help you achieve them. Do you want to travel more? Do you want to quit your job? Do you want to donate to a cause you care about? Try writing down 5 reasons why you want to build your wealth and that will help you stay focused and motivated. Before you spend money, ask yourself, how will this help me achieve my goals? How does this fit into the future and life I want for myself? And more importantly, will it serve me right now? For example, investing in an online business course may be helpful in achieving your dream of starting your own business, but if buying that course will put you into debt right now, then it may be more of a setback than a step in the right direction. Don't focus so much on your long-term goals that you ignore your current needs. So I'd love to know, what are some of your long-term goals or things that you want to buy that spark joy? Comment below, I really want to hear them. Fourth minimalist money habit. Tackle one money goal at a time. When you're running long distance, you don't want to break into a sprint right from the starting line. Your heart rate would skyrocket, your oxygen levels would drop, and your muscles would tire, and you'd have to slow down. You'd wear yourself out so quickly that your time would be worse than if you had just started at a slower, sustainable pace. Trying to accomplish multiple goals at a time can be complicated and anxiety-inducing. We don't want you to jumpstart your race. We want you to take this slow and steady. And when you focus on one realistic goal at a time, it's easier to attain. It helps you stay motivated and confident and avoids feeling burned out, overwhelmed, or discouraged. Building wealth is a lifelong endeavor. You don't need to drive yourself crazy doing all the things all at once. So take things one step at a time. We recommend following our wealth building roadmap in order. First, make sure you're making more than you're spending each month. You want to be able to save. 2, pay off any high interest rate debt. 3, build up an emergency fund. 4, save for retirement. 5, invest and grow your money. Doing things in the right order when it comes to personal finance is really important. Speaking of investing, that brings us to the 5th and final minimalist money mindset habit. The 5th one is keep investing simple. So this matters because as humans, we tend to overcomplicate things. We're locked in what leader and business strategist Greg McKeown calls the undisciplined pursuit of more. We think that we have to do and be it all. We don't. Again, minimalism is all about simplifying your life and eliminating unnecessary stressors. There are avenues of investing that don't require hands-on management. So how do you do this? First, you avoid day trading and single stock purchases because you'll have to keep a close eye on how those fluctuate, and that can add stress to your life. 2, stick to target date funds. We talk about this in another video of ours, so I'll link to it in the description below. Target date funds are portfolios of stocks and bonds. Think of it this way, if a single stock or bond is a flower, then a target date fund is a whole bouquet. It provides more substance and variety. Because it consists of multiple stocks and bonds, these investments help even out the tumultuous ups and downs of the market, and you aren't personally responsible for managing them. 3, don't invest in anything you don't understand. Take the time to educate yourself on your investments. If something is too difficult to understand, stay away. It's just going to be stressful and confusing. Now, before I leave for a trip, I like to do a thorough cleaning of our house. Coming home to clean bed sheets, shining floors, and an empty dishwasher gives me a sense of peace, calm, happiness, and pride. And managing your money with minimalist habits does the same. These habits clean out all of the clutter so that you can experience calm and joy while intentionally building your future. So, are you excited to try any of these 5 tips I've shared? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe so you can catch our future videos. See you next time.